There's something soft about the way today begins. No rush, no noise, just quiet light slipping in. I don't feel like I need to be anywhere else, not when this moment feels enough by itself. You're here, not saying much, just breathing near me. And somehow that's already everything I need. No big plans, no heavy thoughts to carry through. Just another soft day with you. We talk in small sentences, half finished and light, laughing at things that don't need to make sense. Your voice feels easy, like something familiar, like a place I've known without knowing when. There's comfort in how nothing needs to be perfect. No need to impress, no need to pretend. Just sitting close, letting time move slowly, like the day understands where we stand. And I don't need more than this quiet kind of love. Soft days with you, where everything feels right without trying. No pressure, no rush, just hearts gently aligning. We walk without direction, just following streets, letting the sun rest lightly on our skin. There's no destination we're chasing today, just steps that feel good because you're within. You point at something small and smile about it, and I find myself smiling the same. It's funny how love doesn't always feel loud. Sometimes it's quiet but still feels the same. And I realize slowly, this is what happiness looks like. Soft days with you, when nothing feels heavy to carry. Just simple moments that somehow feel extraordinary. There's peace in not needing to fill every silence, and letting the air speak gently for us. Your presence alone feels like conversation, like something steady I can trust. We don't need plans written out for tomorrow. Today already feels complete. If love can be this light and this easy, then I don't need anything more than this. Love feels clearer when it's not trying too hard. Soft days with you, where time doesn't feel like it's slipping. We're right where we are, and that's already something worth keeping. I notice the way you look at small things, like you're finding joy hidden in plain sight. And somehow it teaches me without words to slow down and feel things right. There's no pressure to turn this into something big, no need to define every part, because what we have already feels enough. Steady, simple, and warm in the heart. Maybe love is just this, being calm with someone. Soft days with you, when nothing needs to be explained. Just being together makes everything feel okay. We share little jokes that don't go anywhere, but somehow they stay in my mind. Your laugh lingers longer than the moment itself, like a soft echo I don't mind. I don't need fireworks lighting up the sky, or grand gestures to feel alive. This quiet joy we carry between us already feels like the best kind of life. The smallest things are where love quietly lives. Soft days with you, where everything feels gently true. No need for more, this simple love will do. There's something about not overthinking tomorrow, when today already feels this right. We're not rushing ahead or holding too tight, just letting things stay light. And maybe that's why this feels so real, because nothing is forced to grow. We're just here being who we are, letting love take its natural flow. It's easy to stay when nothing feels heavy. Soft days with you, where love doesn't feel like a test. Just quiet connection that settles gently in my chest. And if someday things start to change shape, I think we'll still find our way through. Cause what we're building isn't fragile or loud, it's something quietly true. Not every love needs to prove itself. Some to become something bigger. No fear of losing what we are, just staying here in the soft kind of feeling that already feels like enough by fall. Soft days with you, where everything quietly makes sense. No noise, no rush, just love in its softest presence. So let the world move however it wants to. We don't need to follow it through. If I could stay in moments like this, then I already have something true. No need to make it louder or brighter. This gentle love will do. Just give me more of these soft days with you. It's not the big days I remember the most, not the loud kind of love people always talk about. It's the small quiet pieces in between, the ones that don't ask to be noticed but stay anyway. Like the way you smile without reason, or how you stay just a little longer when you don't really have to. Those little moments, they mean more than I can explain. You hand me something simple like it matters, and I feel it more than I should. It's not about what it is, it's how you give it, like you understand me without needing words. There's a softness in the way we exist together, nothing forced, nothing out of place. Just two people sharing ordinary minutes that somehow feel full of grace. And I keep noticing how easy this feels. Little love moments, quiet and true. They don't ask for attention, but I always feel them with you. We laugh at things no one else would notice, like we're in our own small world. Time doesn't rush when we're like this, it slows down just enough to be felt. You look at me like I'm already enough, without needing to change a thing. And somehow that kind of love feels bigger than anything. It's in the smallest gestures that I see you the most. Little love moments, soft and sincere. They don't need to be spoken to be perfectly clear. You remember things I barely mentioned, like they quietly stayed in your mind. And I wonder how something so simple can feel so deeply kind. There's comfort in being seen this way, without having to ask or explain. Just knowing you notice the quiet parts of me, something I can't contain. Love feels deeper when it pays attention. Little love moments, they come and they go, but somehow they linger long after we know. We don't need to fill every second with meaning. Sometimes just being is enough. Sitting close, sharing silence, that already feels like love. There's no pressure to turn this into something else, no need to make it more than it is. Because what we have in these quiet seconds already feels like bliss. Maybe love isn't loud, maybe it's this. Little love moments, simple and bright. They make ordinary days feel softly right. You laugh and I find myself following, like it's the easiest thing to do. And in that small shared happiness, I feel closer to you. No big promises hanging in the air, no heavy words to define. Just this light, honest connection that feels naturally mine. The best feelings don't need to be forced. Little love moments, steady and sweet. They build something lasting without missing a beat. We don't talk about forever every day, but somehow it feels close by. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, but like a calm, steady sky. There's trust in how we move together, and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why these small moments feel like they're built to last. Time feels kinder when shared like this. Little love moments, they quietly stay. if we don't always notice them, they're there shaping what we are. In every glance, every small habit, and everything we don't think is far. Love doesn't always arrive all at once. Sometimes it grows piece by piece, and in these little moments we share, I find my sense of peace. Love lasts longer when it's made of this. Little love moments, I hold them close, because in their quiet presence I feel you the most. We don't need grand stories to tell the world, we don't need to prove anything at all. All we need are these small steady pieces that gently catch us when we fall. No pressure to make it bigger or louder, no need to turn it into a show, because what we have in these little moments is already more than we know. Little love moments, softly they stay, turning quiet feelings into something that won't fade away. So I'll keep holding on to these small pieces, the ones that feel honest and true, because love doesn't always come in big ways. Sometimes it's hidden in the little things you do. And if this is how love chooses to stay, then I'm more than okay, living in these little love moments with you. There's a kind of light that doesn't come from the sky, not from the morning, not from the day. It shows up quietly without asking, and somehow it changes everything. I didn't notice it at first, how something so simple could feel this warm, but now I see it clearly. Every time you smile, the whole world softens a little. You look at me like nothing's complicated, like the world can stay gentle for a while. There's no weight in the way you're standing, just ease in every little smile. I don't feel like I have to be different or hide the parts I usually do, because somehow just being around you makes everything feel true. And I don't question why this feels so right. There's sunlight in your smile, warming every part of me. Even on the quiet days, you're all the light I need. We don't need perfect weather or moments, your presence already feels like spring. There's something soft in the way you laugh that makes the whole day gently sing. I catch myself watching you without reason, just noticing how you shine. And I realize slowly without trying how your light becomes mine. It's not loud, but it reaches everywhere. There's sunlight in your smile, even when the sky is gray. You bring a quiet brightness that never fades away. Sometimes we sit without saying much, and still the moment feels complete. There's something about the way you're there that makes everything feel easy and sweet. I don't need big reasons to feel this way, it happens in the smallest glance. Like how your eyes soften when you look at me, it feels like more than chance. Love can be simple and still feel deep. There's sunlight in your smile, shining through the ordinary, turning simple hours into something extraordinary. You don't try to be anything more, and maybe that's why it feels so real. There's honesty in every expression, in every quiet thing you feel. And I find myself learning from you how to slow down and just be, because love doesn't always need effort, sometimes it's just clarity. It feels lighter when nothing is forced. There's sunlight in your smile, soft and steady, never loud, a kind of warmth that doesn't fade, even in a quiet crowd. I don't need days filled filled with excitement, or stories that try too hard to shine. If I can just sit here beside you, that already feels like mine. There's something peaceful in this rhythm, and how nothing feels too much. And every time you smile like that, I feel it in your touch. The brightest things don't always make a sound. There's sunlight in your smile, and it follows everywhere. A quiet kind of brightness that's always there. We don't talk about it all the time, but I know you feel it too. In the way we stay a little longer, in the way we don't rush through. There's comfort in this gentle connection, and how everything flows naturally. And maybe this light between us is what love is meant to be. It's easy to stay when it feels like this. There's sunlight in your smile, warming even the quietest days. A simple kind of love that never needs to change. And if someday the world feels heavier, or the sky turns a little gray, I think I'll still find my way back to the warmth you carry every day. Because this isn't something that fades quickly, it's not something I'll lose in time. It's the way you look at life so softly, and the way your light becomes mine. Some feelings stay because they're real. There's sunlight in your smile, and I don't need more than that. If love feels like this, then I'm already where I'm at. We don't need to chase brighter days, we don't need to search for more light, because what we have already glows in a way that feels just right. No pressure to turn this into something bigger. No need to explain what we feel, because every time you smile like that, it quietly becomes real. Sunlight in your smile, soft, warm and true, lighting every quiet moment I spend with you. So let the days come and go as they do. We don't need to change a thing. If I can keep seeing that light in you, that's all the joy they bring. No need for anything louder or brighter. This feeling already feels right, because every time you smile, you bring your own kind of light. There's something about us that doesn't try too hard. No complicated words, no need to figure everything out. We just fit, like something that was never meant to be difficult, never meant to feel heavy. Just an easy kind of us, quietly right without asking why. We don't overthink the way we talk, or second guess the things we say. Everything flows in its own soft rhythm, like it naturally found its place. There's no tension hiding in our silence, no weight behind our words. Just a calm, steady kind of presence that feels simple and still enough. And I didn't expect love could feel this light, this easy kind of us, where nothing feels out of place. No need to rush ahead, we're moving at our own pace. We laugh without needing a reason, and stay longer than we planned to. Time doesn't feel like something we're losing when I'm right here with you. There's no pressure to make it perfect, no need to prove anything, because what we have already feels real in the simplest kind of way. It's quiet, but it's everything I need. This easy kind of us, where love doesn't feel like a test. Just being together already feels like the best. We don't try to hold on to every moment, We just let them gently pass, and somehow that makes them stay longer, like they're meant to last. There's comfort in not needing control and letting things naturally grow, because love doesn't always need direction. Sometimes it just needs to flow. And I feel safer when nothing is forced. This easy kind of us, where everything softly aligns. No complicated feelings, just something honest and kind. You don't ask me to be different, you don't expect me to change. There's freedom in the way you see me, like I'm already okay. And I think that's why this feels so right, because nothing feels out of place. We're not trying to become something else, we're just growing at our own pace. Love feels better when it lets you breathe. This easy kind of us, where nothing feels too much, just quiet understanding in every glance and touch. We share small moments without noticing, and somehow they stay in my mind. Not because they're big or dramatic, but because they feel genuine and kind. There's something about how we exist that makes everything feel clear, like love doesn't need to be louder to feel completely here. The simplest things are the ones that stay. This easy kind of us, where nothing needs to be said, just being beside you is enough instead. We don't rush into tomorrow, we don't hold too tight today. Everything stays where it needs to be, and that's already okay. There's peace in not needing answers and letting things gently unfold, because what we're building together doesn't feel fragile or cold. It's steady, and that's what makes it real. This easy kind of us, where love feels calm and true. No need for anything more, just being here with you. And maybe that's what makes this last. Not trying too hard to define it, just choosing each day quietly without needing to remind it. Love doesn't have to be complicated to feel deep and complete. Sometimes it's just something simple that feels naturally sweet. Love stays longer when it stays like this easy kind of us, and I wouldn't change a thing. If love feels like this, then it already means everything. We don't need to turn this into something bigger, we don't need to chase something more, because what we have already feels steady, like something worth holding on to for sure. No pressure to make it louder or brighter, no need to prove what we are, because this easy kind of feeling has already taken us far. This easy kind of us, soft, steady and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. So let things stay just like this, no need to change the way we move. If love can feel the simple and calm, then I already have nothing to lose, because in this quiet, easy rhythm I found something I trust. The soft, steady feeling, this easy kind of us. Can we slow this down just a little more? Not to stop time, just to feel it longer. There's something about this moment that feels too good to rush through. No need to go anywhere yet, no need to think too far ahead. Let's just stay here here like this for a while. You're sitting close without saying much, and somehow that's already enough. The air feels softer when you're near me, like everything slows down on its own. There's no need to fill the silence, no pressure to make this more, because what we have right now already feels like something worth holding. And I don't want this feeling to pass too fast. Stay like this a while, where nothing feels out of place. Just you and me here, moving at a gentle pace. We don't need plans for the next hour, we don't need reasons to stay. There's comfort in not deciding anything, in letting the moment lead the way. Your presence feels like a quiet answer to questions I didn't ask. And in this stillness between us, everything feels calm at last. It's easy when nothing is forced. Stay like this a while, where time doesn't pull us apart. Just this simple feeling resting gently in the heart. I notice the way you breathe beside me, steady, slow, and real. There's something about sharing this silence that words could never reveal. We don't need to turn this into something bigger, or give it a name right now, because what we feel in this moment is already enough somehow. Love feels deeper when it's not rushed. Stay like this a while, where everything feels just right. No need for more, this quiet love feels light. We don't have to chase tomorrow today, we can let it wait outside. There's something peaceful about choosing to just be here side by side. No expectations hanging over us, no need to figure things out, because sometimes the best kind of love is the one without doubt. Let the world wait, we're okay here. Stay like this a while, where nothing feels too much. Just quiet understanding in every glance and touch. You smile a little and I catch it, like it's something I don't wanna miss. And I think to myself without saying, I could get used to this. Not the big overwhelming kind of love, not something that feels too loud. Just this calm, steady connection that doesn't need a crowd. The best moments are the ones we don't plan. Stay like this a while, where nothing feels too much. Just quiet understanding in every glance and touch. You smile a little and I catch it, like it's something I don't wanna miss. And I think to myself without saying, I could get used to this. Not the big overwhelming kind of love, not something that feels too loud. Just this calm, steady connection that doesn't need a crowd. The best moments are the ones we don't plan. Stay like this a while, where everything softly aligns. Just simple feelings that feel naturally kind. We don't talk about forever right now, but somehow it feels close by. Not in a way that feels too heavy, just like a calm, open sky. There's trust in how we stay together, and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why this moment feels like it could last. Time feels softer when shared like this. Stay like this a while, where love doesn't need to prove. Just quiet connection in every little thing we do. And even when we move on from this moment, I know it will stay somewhere inside. Not as something we try to hold on to, but as something we simply let keeping. Sometimes it's about letting it flow. And in moments like this, that's all I need to know. Love stays longer when it's felt, not forced. Stay like this a while, and I won't ask for more. If this is what love feels like, then I already feel sure. We don't need to make promises tonight. We don't need to define what we are. All we need is this quiet understanding that we've already come this far. No pressure to turn this into forever. No fear of what comes next, because this moment right here between us already feels like the best. Stay like this a while, soft, warm, and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. So let the world keep moving outside. We don't need to follow it now. If we can stay in this feeling a little longer, that's already enough somehow. No pressure to turn this into forever. No fear of what comes next, because this moment right here between us already feels like the best. Stay like this a while, soft, warm, and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. So let the world keep moving outside. We don't need to follow it now. If we can stay in this feeling a little longer, that's already enough somehow. No pressure to turn this into forever. This quiet love will do. Let's just stay here like this a while with you. Not every kind of happiness needs to be seen. Not every smile has to be loud. Some of them stay quiet, resting gently in the heart. Like something you don't need to explain. And maybe that's what this is. Not something to show the world, just something we feel quietly happy together. We don't talk about it all the time, but I feel it in the way we stay. There's comfort in the space between us, in the silence that doesn't fade. No need to fill it with big emotions, no need to make it more than it is, because what we have right now already feels like quiet bliss. And I notice how calm my heart becomes. Quietly happy together, no need for the world to see. Just this gentle feeling living inside of me. We share small moments without naming them, like they naturally belong. Nothing feels forced or complicated, nothing feels like it's wrong. Your presence feels like a soft reminder that I don't have to try too hard, because being with you like this already feels like a fresh start. It's simple, and that's what makes it real. Quietly happy together in ways we don't need to explain, just soft understanding that gently. We don't need to capture every second or turn it into something to keep, because the best kind of happiness is the one that flows deep. There's something peaceful about knowing this isn't something we have to chase. It's already here, resting quietly in this space. Love feels deeper when it doesn't rush. Quietly happy together, where everything feels just right. No noise, no pressure, just a soft, steady light. You don't there's freedom in how we exist. Like everything stays in range. Nothing feels too much to carry. Nothing feels too hard to hold. Because this kind of happiness doesn't feel fragile or cold. It's calm, and that's enough. Quietly happy together when nothing feels out of place. Just this gentle connection moving at its own pace. We laugh without needing a reason and let the moment stay light. No need to hold on to anything tightly. Everything already feels right. There's something about the way we are that makes the day feel complete. Like love doesn't need to be louder to feel naturally sweet. The quietest feelings often stay the longest. Quietly happy together in ways that softly remain, turning simple moments into something we sustain. We don't need to talk about forever, but somehow it feels near. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, just something calm and clear. There's trust in how we move together and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why this happiness feels like it could last. Time feels lighter when shared like this. Quietly happy together, where love doesn't need to prove, just soft understanding in everything we do. And even if days come and go, this feeling will still stay the same. Not as something we try to hold on to, but as something we quietly became. Because love isn't always about showing. Sometimes it's just about being true. And in this quiet happiness, I feel completely with you. Love lasts longer when it stays gentle. Quietly happy together, and I don't need anything more. If this is what love feels like, then I already feel sure. We don't need to tell the world about us. We don't need to make it known, because what we have in this quiet space already feels like home. No pressure to make it louder or brighter. No need to prove what we feel, because this kind of happiness is already real. Quietly happy together, soft, warm and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. So let everything stay just like this. No need to change a thing. If we can keep this quiet kind of happiness, that's all the peace it brings. No need for anything louder or clearer. This feeling already grew. Just quietly happy together with you. I used to think home was a place, walls, rooms, something you could point at. But lately, it feels different. It's quieter, softer, harder to explain. Because somehow, when I'm with you like this, everything settles. And for once, I don't feel like I have to go anywhere else. You sit beside me like you've always been here, like this moment was meant to stay. There's no distance in the way we exist, no space that feels far away. I don't feel like I'm searching for something or waiting for life to begin. 'Cause being right here with you already feels like I've come in. And I didn't realize I was looking for this all along. You feel like home today, in the calmest, quietest way. No need to go anywhere, I'm already where I wanna talk about it out loud. It's something we both can feel, in the way we stay without rushing, in the way everything feels real. There's comfort in how nothing feels temporary, nothing feels like it will fade, because this moment with you feels like something that will stay. It's not loud, but it's everything I need. You feel like home today, like a place I don't have to leave. Just this quiet connection that's so easy to believe. I don't feel like I need to be different. You don't ask me to change a thing. There's freedom in being this open, in letting my guard fall in. And maybe that's what makes this real, not trying too hard to belong, because when I'm here with you, nothing feels wrong. Love feels safer when you can just be. You feel like home today, in ways I can't explain. A quiet kind of comfort that gently remains. We share silence like it's something warm, not something we have to break. There's peace in not needing to fill it, in every breath we take. I don't need big reasons to feel this way. It's in the smallest things you do, like the way you stay close without asking, and I naturally lean into you. It's simple, and that's what makes it real. You feel like home today, where everything softly aligns. No complicated feelings, just something gentle and kind. I used to think home was something fixed, something you don't lose or change, but now I see it differently. It's something you feel, not arrange. And somehow in this quiet moment, I understand it more clearly than before. Home isn't where you go back to, it's who you don't want to leave anymore. And I'm not searching for anything else tonight. You feel like home today, and that's more than enough. Just this soft connection already feels like love. We don't need a promise forever, we don't need to say too much, because of what we feel in this moment is already more than enough. There's trust in how we stay together, and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why this feeling feels like it could last. Time feels kinder when it feels like this. You feel like home today, where love doesn't need to prove, just quiet understanding in everything we do. And even when the day slowly fades and the light begins to fall, I know this feeling won't disappear. It stays quietly through it all, because this isn't something temporary. It's not something passing through. It's the way everything settles whenever I'm with you. Some feelings stay because they're true. You feel like home today, and I don't need anything more. If this is where I am with you, then I already feel sure. We don't need to define what this is, we don't need to explain it out loud, 'cause what we have in this quiet space doesn't need to stand out in a crowd. No pressure to make it bigger or louder, no need to prove what we feel, because this sense of home in you already feels real. You feel like home today, soft, warm and true. Not a place I go to, but something I feel in you. So let the world keep moving outside, we don't need to follow it through. If I can stay in moments like this, then I already have something true. No need to search for anywhere else, this feeling will because somehow, in the simplest way, you feel like home today. You feel like home today. There's nothing special about today. No big plans, no big reasons. Just another ordinary day, moving quietly like it always does. But somehow, when I'm with you, even the simplest hours feel softer, warmer, and a little more meaningful. We start the day without rushing anywhere, just letting the morning come as it is. No need to make it perfect or planned. There's comfort in moments like this. You say something small and I smile at it, like it's enough to carry the day. And I realize I don't need much more. This feeling already stays, and I don't mind how quiet everything feels. Simple days, sweet love, nothing more, nothing less. Just being with you already feels like the best. We walk through hours without counting them, letting time move in its own way. No pressure to turn this into something bigger, just letting it gently stay. You look at me like I'm already enough, without needing to prove a thing. And in that quiet understanding, I feel everything. It's easy when nothing is forced. Simple days, sweet love, where everything feels right. No need for more, this moment feels light. We share silence like it's something warm, not something we have to break. There's peace in just being here together, in every breath we take. No need to fill every second with meaning, no need to make it loud, because what we have in these quiet hours already stands out. Love feels deeper when it stays simple. Simple days, sweet love, soft and easy to hold. Nothing complicated, just something warm and whole. You laugh a little and I follow along, like it's the easiest thing to do. There's something about the way we exist that feels honest and true. We don't need to go anywhere far or turn this into a story to tell, because right here in this ordinary moment, everything already feels well. The smallest things are the ones that stay. Simple days, sweet love, where nothing feels too much, just quiet understanding in every glance and touch. I don't need fireworks lighting the sky or something to make this grand, because holding on to moments like this already feels like a plan. There's comfort in how we move together and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why these simple days feel like they're built to last. Happiness grows in quiet places. Simple days, sweet love, steady and calm and true. Nothing overwhelming, just being here with you. We don't talk about forever every day, but somehow it feels near. Not in a way that feels too heavy, just something soft and clear. There's trust in how we stay together and how everything feels right. And maybe that's why this simple love feels so light. Time feels kinder when shared like this. Simple days, sweet love, where nothing needs to prove, just quiet connection in everything we do. And even when the day slowly ends and everything starts to rest, I know this feeling won't disappear. It quietly stays in my chest, because love isn't always something loud. It's not always meant to show. Sometimes it's just something simple that softly grows. change a thing. If this is how it feels, then it's already everything. We don't need to turn this into something bigger. We don't need to chase something more, 'cause what we have in these quiet moments already feels worth holding on to. For no pressure to make it louder or brighter. No need to prove what we are, because this simple kind of love has already taken us far. Simple days, sweet love, soft, warm, and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. So let the days keep coming like this. No need to change their flow. If I can keep living moments like these, then I already know love doesn't have to be big to be real. Sometimes simple will do. Just give me more of these simple days and sweet love with you. We didn't plan to laugh this much today. It just happened. One small joke, then another, and suddenly everything feels lighter. No reason needed, no perfect moment required. Just you and me, finding joy in the simplest things, laughing through the day. You say something random, I can hold it in, and suddenly the room feels brighter. It's not even that funny to anyone else, but with you, everything feels lighter. We don't try to make sense of it all, we just let the moment stay. And somehow these little bursts of laughter carry us through the day. And I didn't know happiness could feel this easy. Laughing through the day with nothing to hold us down. Just simple joy between us, turning everything around. We walk and talk and lose our track of time, getting caught in our own little space. There's no need to rush or move ahead, we're already in the right place. You laugh and I follow without thinking, like it's the most natural thing to do. And in those small shared seconds, I feel closer to you. It's not planned, but it feels just right. Laughing through the day, where everything feels so light. No heavy thoughts to carry, just moments that feel right. We don't need a reason to feel this good. It happens in between the lines, in little glances, in quiet jokes, in things we don't define. There's something about the way you smile when you can't stop laughing too. And I find myself staying in that moment, not wanting to move. Joy feels deeper when it's shared like this. Laughing through the day in ways we don't expect, turning simple hours into something we won't forget. We don't try to hold on to every second, we just let them come and go. But somehow they stay a little longer than we even know. There's no pressure to make this meaningful, it already is on its own. Because every laugh we share together feels like something we've grown. The smallest moments leave the biggest trace. Laughing through the day, where nothing feels too much, just easy happiness in every word and touch. You laugh at something I didn't mean to say, and now I can't stop to. It's funny how things don't have to be perfect to feel completely true. There's comfort in this kind of chaos, and how nothing needs control. Because every little shared laughter feels like it makes us whole. The best feelings don't need to be planned. Laughing through the day, soft, playful, and free. Just being like this together is enough for me. We don't think about tomorrow too much, today already feels complete. In every laugh, every small moment, life feels gently sweet. There's something but in the quiet kind of way. Because love isn't always about deep words, sometimes it's just about this, sharing laughter without thinking and feeling complete in it. Joy stays longer when it's shared like this, laughing through the day. And I wouldn't change a thing. If love feels like this, then it already means everything. We don't need to make this bigger than it is. We don't need to turn it into more, because what we have in these light moments already feels worth holding on to for. No pressure to make it deeper or louder, no need to prove what we feel, because every laugh we share together already feels real. Laughing through the day, soft, easy, and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. So let the moments come as they are. We don't need to change a thing. If we can keep laughing like this together, that's all the joy they bring. No need for anything bigger or louder. This simple happiness will stay. Just give me more of these quiet laughs as we move through the day with you. There was a time when everything felt a little too loud, too fast, too heavy to hold without losing balance. Days would come with too many thoughts, too many expectations I didn't know how to carry. But somehow, being here with you now, everything feels different, not smaller, not less meaningful. Just softer, steadier, easier to breathe through. Like the world didn't change, but the way I feel inside it did. You sit beside me without needing to say anything, and I already feel the difference in the air. There's no tension hiding in the quiet between us, just something calm that settles there. I don't feel like I have to explain myself or shape my words to fit the moment right, because the way you look at me so simply already makes everything feel light. There's comfort in how nothing feels rushed, and how we don't try to force a perfect date. We just let things come as they want to, and somehow they always find their way. Nothing feels too much when I'm here with you. Every little moment feels steady, soft, and true. We move through the day without pressure, not chasing anything we don't need. There's peace in letting things stay simple, and choosing calm over speed. You smile like everything is already okay, like nothing needs to be changed or fixed. And I find myself believing it too, like I've quietly been convinced. There's something about the way you stay, not too close, not too far away, just enough to make me feel grounded in every small part of the day. Nothing feels too much when you're right here with me. Even the quiet moments feel exactly where they should be. I used to think love had to be intense, something overwhelming, something strong. But now I'm starting to understand it doesn't have to feel like that all along, because this, what we have right now, feels different in the best kind of way. Not something that takes over everything, but something that gently stays. There's no fear hiding in the background, no feeling like it might slip away. Just a quiet kind of certainty that makes me wanna stay. Nothing feels too much when everything flows like this. Just calm understanding in every quiet moment we live. We don't need to fill the silence with meaning. We don't need to explain every thought. There's comfort in just being present in everything we already got. You don't ask for more than I can give. You don't expect me to be someone new. And maybe that's what makes this feel safe, just being myself with you. There's no pressure to hold on to anything, no need to make it last forever out loud. Because what we have feels steady enough without needing to stand out in a crowd. Nothing feels too much when love feels like this. Just quiet connection in moments of simple bliss. We laugh at things that don't really matter, but somehow they stay in my mind. Not because they're big or important, but because they feel gentle and kind. There's something about sharing these seconds that makes everything feel complete. Like life doesn't need to be louder to feel naturally sweet. I don't need days filled with excitement or something to keep me awake. If I can stay in moments like this, that's all I need to take. Nothing feels too much when I'm here by your side. Every quiet second feels like something I can't hide. We don't talk about the future too often, but it doesn't feel far away. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, just something calm that might stay. There's trust in how we move together, and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why this feeling feels like it could last. Everything stays in balance between us. Nothing feels too hard to hold, because a love like this doesn't rush ahead. It just quietly unfolds. Nothing feels too much when love feels this true. No need for anything more, just being here with you. And even if days don't always stay like this, I know we'll still find our way through. Because what we have isn't fragile or loud, it's something quietly true. Not something that depends on perfect moments or days that always feel right, but something that stays steady even when things shift slightly. And I think that's what matters the most. Not how bright everything seems, but how we stay grounded together in the middle of simple things. Nothing feels too much, and I don't need anything more. If this is what love feels like, then I already feel sure. Nothing feels too much, soft, steady, and true. Everything feels lighter when I'm here with you. It's strange how the smallest things stay the longest. Not the loud moments, not the ones everyone remembers, but the quiet pieces in between. A glance, a pause, a soft laugh, the way your hand lingers just a second more. I didn't think much of them at first, but now I see it clearly. That's where the warmth lives. You pass me something simple without thinking, and I feel it more than I should. It's not about what you give or how, it's just the way you always would. There's something soft in your smallest actions and things you don't even try to show. And I find myself noticing quietly every little thing you don't know. We don't need big moments to feel close. We don't need something loud or bright, because in the middle of ordinary hours, everything already feels right. And I start to see what I used to miss. There's warmth in small things, in everything you do. Quiet little moments that bring me closer to you. You remember things I barely mentioned, in your mind. And I wonder how something so simple can feel this deeply kind. It's not about trying to impress me or doing something big or new. It's the way you care without saying it that makes everything feel true. There's comfort in being understood without needing to explain each part. Like you see the quiet pieces of me and hold them close to your heart. Love feels deeper when it pays attention. There's warmth in small things, in the way you stay near. Soft, steady moments that make everything clear. We sit together without filling the silence, and still it feels complete. There's something about the way you're present that makes everything feel sweet. No need to turn this into something bigger, no need to give it a name, because what we have in these quiet seconds already feels the same. I don't need a perfect kind of love or something that tries too hard to be. If it can stay like this, simple and warm, then it's already enough for me. The softest feelings are the ones that stay. There's warmth in small things and moments that pass so slow, but somehow they linger longer than we know. You laugh at something small I say, and I carry it through the day. Not because it changes everything, but because it stays in a quiet way. There's something about shared little joys that makes everything feel aligned. Like happiness doesn't need to be loud to stay inside your mind. We don't chase after perfect days, we don't try to hold them tight. We just let them happen naturally, and somehow they feel right. It's easy to stay when nothing feels forced. There's warmth in small things, in every glance and touch. Nothing overwhelming, just something that means so much. I notice the way you stay a little longer when you don't really have to. And in that quiet decision, I feel something honest and true. It's not about what we say out loud or promises we try to keep. It's in the small, consistent moments that this kind of love runs deep. There's no pressure to turn this into more, no need to define what we are, because what we have in these small things has already taken us far. The simplest gestures hold the most meaning. There's warmth in small things, in everything we share. Soft, quiet moments that are always there. We don't talk about forever every day, but it doesn't feel far away. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, just something that might stay. There's trust in how we move together, and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why these small moments feel like they're built to last. Everything feels balanced between us, nothing feels too hard to hold, because love like this doesn't rush ahead, it just quietly unfolds. Time feels kinder when shared like this. There's warmth in small things and love that feels this true. No need for anything more, just being here with you. And even when the day slowly fades, these moments don't disappear. They stay somewhere quietly inside, soft, steady and clear. Because love isn't always about big memories, sometimes it's about this. The little things we barely notice that quietly become bliss. Because there's warmth in small things, especially when they come from you. I used to think I needed something more, plans, places, reasons to feel complete. But lately it feels different, like everything I was looking for is already here in the quiet. No big moments, no grand meaning, just this simple presence, just being with you. And somehow that's enough. We don't have to go anywhere today, we don't need to make a plan. There's comfort in how we stay like this, just being where we are again. You sit close without saying much, and I don't feel the need to speak, because everything I wanna say already feels complete. There's no distance in the way we exist, no space that feels too far apart, just quiet understanding between us that settles softly in my heart. And I realize slowly how little I actually need, just being with you. That's already enough for me, no need for anything else. This is where I wanna be. We move through the day without noticing time, letting it pass in its own gentle way. There's no pressure to turn this into something we're already okay. You smile like nothing needs to change, like everything already fits. And I find myself believing it too, in moments like this. There's peace in how nothing feels heavy, and how we don't try too hard to stay. 'Cause being here with you already feels like the right way. It's quiet, but it means everything. Just being with you, where everything feels so light, no need for more. This moment feels right. We don't need to fill every silence, we don't need to explain what we feel. There's something about simply existing together that already feels real. No need for perfect words or gestures, no need to define every part, because what we have in this quiet space already speaks to the heart. I don't feel like I'm missing anything, I don't feel like I need to search, because being right here beside you already feels like enough. Love feels deeper when it's this simple. Just being with you, soft, steady and true. Nothing complicated, just me and you. You don't ask me to be different, you don't expect me to change. There's freedom in the way you see me, like everything stays in range. And maybe that's why this feels so safe, because nothing feels out of place. We're not trying to become something else, we're just here in this space. There's no pressure to hold on to anything, no need to make it last forever out loud. 'Cause what we have already feels enough without needing to stand out in a crowd. It's easy to stay when nothing is forced. Just being with you, where nothing feels too much, just quiet understanding in every glance and touch. We laugh at things that don't really matter, and still they stay in my mind. Not because they're big or important, but because they feel gentle and kind. There's something about these small moments that makes everything feel complete. Like life doesn't need to be louder to feel naturally sweet. I don't need days filled with excitement or something to keep me awake. If I can stay in moments like this, that's all I need to take. The simplest feelings are the ones that stay. Just being with you, and that's more than enough. This quiet connection already feels like love. We don't talk about forever too often, but it doesn't feel far away. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, just something calm everything stays in balance between us. Nothing feels too hard to hold, 'cause love like this doesn't rush ahead, it just quietly unfolds. Time feels lighter when shared like this. Just being with you, where love feels calm and true. No need for anything more, just being here with you. And even when the day slowly fades, this feeling doesn't disappear. It stays somewhere quietly inside, soft, steady and clear. Because love isn't always something loud, it's not always meant to show. Sometimes it's just something simple that softly grows. And I think that's what matters the most. Not what stands out or shines above, but the way we stay together like this in a quiet kind of love. Love lasts longer when it stays like just being with you. And I wouldn't change a thing. If this is how it feels, then it's already everything. So let the days keep moving like they do. We don't need to change their flow. If I can keep feeling this calm inside, then I already know. Love doesn't have to be big to be real. Sometimes simple will do, because everything feels enough. Just being with you. There's no rush to get anywhere from here. No finish line need to cross today. Just a quiet rhythm we've fallen into, soft, steady and enough. Days like this don't ask for much. They don't try to be remembered, but somehow they stay. Light love, slow days. Maybe that's all we ever needed. We wake into the day without thinking too far, just letting the morning settle in. No pressure to turn it into something, just letting it quietly begin. You're there close enough to feel, not saying anything at all. And somehow that silence between us feels like the softest call. There's no need to change this moment, no need to make it more, because everything already feels right, like we've been here before. And I don't feel like I'm missing anything now. Light love, slow days, where everything feels at ease. No need to rush ahead, we move like a gentle breeze. We walk without direction or purpose, just following where the day goes. There's comfort in not needing answers, in letting everything flow. You smile at something simple again, and I catch it without trying to. And in that small shared moment, everything feels true. Time doesn't feel like it's slipping away, it feels like it's staying here. Like every quiet second we share is something we can keep here. It's easy when nothing is forced. Light love, slow days, soft and steady and true. Nothing complicated, just being here with you. We don't need to fill every silence, we don't need to explain what we feel. There's something about simply being together that already feels real. No need for perfect words or gestures, no need to define every part, because what we have in this quiet space already speaks to the heart. I don't feel like I need anything more, I don't feel like I have to try, 'cause being right here beside you already answers why. Love feels deeper when it stays light. Light love, slow days where everything we exist, like everything stays in range. And maybe that's why this feels so safe, because nothing feels out of place. We're not trying to become something else, we're just here in this space. There's no pressure to hold on to anything, no need to make it last forever out loud, because what we have already feels enough without needing to stand out in a crowd. It's calm, and that's enough. Light love, slow days where nothing feels too much, just quiet understanding and every glance and touch. We laugh at things that don't really matter, and still they stay in my mind. Not because they're big or important, but because they feel gentle and kind. There's something about these small moments that makes everything feel complete. Like life doesn't need to be louder to feel naturally sweet. I don't need something extraordinary to feel like I belong. If I can stay in days like this, then I've been right all along. The simplest things are the ones that stay. Like love, slow days, steady and calm and true. Nothing overwhelming, just being here with you. We don't talk about forever too often, but it doesn't feel far away. Not in a way that feels overwhelming, just something that might stay. There's trust in how we move together, and how nothing feels too fast. And maybe that's why this feeling feels like it could last. Everything stays in balance between us, nothing feels too hard to hold, because love like this doesn't rush ahead, it just quietly unfolds. Time feels softer when shared like this. Light love, slow days where love feels calm and true. No need for anything more, just being here with you. And even when the light begins to fade and the day slowly comes to rest, I know this feeling won't disappear. It stays quietly in my chest. Because love isn't always about big moments, it's not always meant to show. Sometimes it's just something gentle that softly grows. And maybe that's what I'll carry forward, not what was loud or bright, but these slow days filled with light love that quietly felt right. Love lasts longer when it stays gentle. Light love, slow days, and I wouldn't change a thing. If this is how it feels, then it already means everything. So let the days keep moving slowly, we don't need to change their flow. If I can keep feeling this calm inside, then I already know love doesn't have to be big to be real.